guys that are so rare that move up slowly through the ranks, gaining experience and talent, and so he some people missed exactly what I said. What was that? The screen went blank there for a moment. And Rich, he is so good, he's so talented. You know, J.J. Abrams discovered the secret. When we made those early movies, when in the Star Trek, I don't know, cult classical side, in the first Star Trek, we were given $30 million to make a movie. It's a lot of money. And the movie's made about $90 to $100 million. There's a rule of thumb in the making of movies. The movie has to make 3 times what it cost in order to pay off. First of all, there's the original payment of $30 million, then there's all the advertising and prints is $60 million, and then there's something else that's added. So by the time they've made $100 million, the studios made some money on their investment. So it had to have made about $90 to $100 million, which is exactly what it did. It made a little money for the studio. So they decided about the 6th movie that I was in, that the Next Generation, which was so popular, so much more popular than the series I was in, would make movies and they would break through that $100 million barrier. So they hired all these guys and paid them a lot more money than they paid us. And they spent more money on it, and it didn't make any more than $100 million. So then they stopped making the movies, and then they asked J.J. Abrams to make the first of these modern movies. And he knew the answer. And the answer was to make it a ride, to give it the pizzazz that all these other science fiction films had. And so that's what he's done. What are they grossing? $400 or $500 million. They're a great success because of J.J. and Chris Pine and that wonderful group of actors. And, you know, I said to Leonard Nimoy, you know you're old when you go back in time and you're still old. So we're coming out with a new movie in 16. I'm actively, I've gone to, it's called a pitch, where you go to a network and you say, I'd like to do this, and you pitch an idea, and then they mull it over for about 2 years. So I'm pitching the 50th anniversary show of Star Trek. I pitched the 2 networks, and they both said, we want to do it. And then I was sent some newspaper clippings just a day or 2 ago, because this was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. They said, both of them said, I want to do it, Clippings of the president of that network who met with me and said, I'm doing this, I want to do it. Let's start. I mean, it was like that. I'm doing it, that's great, I want to do it. He's got another job. He's left the network, so I don't know where that. That's what I said. We see the next iteration of that movie, and I'm sure that other ways of entertaining the audience with Star Trek will happen as well, all very soon. I know it because of J.J. Abrams. Another question in the Senate in October as well. So a new comic book on Man of War. And a whole new way of looking at comics, I think. I'm helping design a motorcycle, which is going to be absolutely new. A motorcycle doesn't exist right now, the kind of motorcycle. And when we finish it, It's being made by American Wrench, which is a traditional motorcycle company in Chicago. When it's done, and we sell some, and other people will all, next late spring, out of Chicago, drive to Los Angeles in the motorcycle, raising funds for charity. We'll do Route 66, Chicago to Los Angeles, raising funds for children along the way. One last question.
Bill?
Yes?
I'd just like to say...
I'd just like to say...
Not exactly a question, but...
Not exactly a question.
How much I love the character...
How much I love the character of...
Denny Crane.
Denny Crane. And what?
Every time I watch that character...
Every time you watch that character...
I never once thought of William Shatner...
You never once thought of William Shatner.
Or Captain Kirk...
Or Captain Kirk.
Denny Crane.
Or Denny Crane. You just like Denny Crane. I appreciate that. It's so much fun doing that for 5 years. I love doing the role. It was a great show. All kinds of awards. I had the best time on. Next question. A question here. Right there. Go ahead. I work with James Spader. I've never seen James in this new show, no. I know, it's great, isn't it? Well, I mean, it's great for him. Yeah. He's incredible. I know. Was he up for an Emmy? You would imagine he wouldn't, but you don't know any more about it than I do. I would imagine that, but he didn't win the Emmy, I guess. I don't care. But he and Captain Janeway, Kate Mulgrew is doing this great. They're all moving on. And I'm doing something for DIY. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you being here. I love Toronto. I love the fact that you're here.